this is a very historically significant ruling from our highest court in the land. It is about the protection of the Constitution of the Republic first and foremost. And secondly, it is about protecting the independence and the standing of our judiciary system, particularly our courts. And I think this is what Acting Chief Justice Sisi Kampepe was trying to communicate to the people of South Africa. It is not about a celebration of an individual such as Jacob Zuma having to go to jail. Not at all. That was a consequence of what the court was actually trying to do. And that was to send a very clear message to all and sundry that the constitutional order and our independent courts will be protected at all costs.
What does this entail for the ANC that we know is divided by factions?
Well, what it says to the ANC, and as you've seen, they've already released a statement soon after the judgment. It is about an ANC, a political party that is having to take stock and deal with corrupt elements within their party, non-law-abiding citizens within their party in a very decisive way. Because if you don't do that, then this is the kind of embarrassment that you are going to have to engage in on a continuous basis. For as long as the ANC does not put its foot down on allegations of wrongdoing, of corruption, as long as the Integrity Commission of the ANC does not get equipped with the necessary teeth to deal with some of these elements, we are going to see more and more ANC members on all levels having to go through our court systems and having to spend time in jail. So they have to take this very seriously.
So will this break the back of factionalism within the ANC?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it will break the back of factionalism. I think factionalism is going to be with us for a long time. But it is certainly a step in the right direction to say that where you have circumvented the law, where you have participated in state capture, corruption, fraud, embezzlement of public funds, you are not going to be able to escape the long arm of the law. I think that the independence of the NPA, the Hawks, the SIU are all given a lift, a boost because of this judgment. And I think that we are going to talk about this historic moment for years and years to come.
Do you think there's still enough political life in someone like Jacob Zuma, even Ace Magashule, to come back from this and make a dent into the ANC again?
No, I don't share that sentiment. You know, they make these bold claims that they are loved by the people, that they have massive support. We don't see this love from the people. We certainly don't see this massive support. I think that it is Jacob Zuma's arrogance that got him to this point. He has been badly advised. He has been ill-advised, in my opinion. And this is why he finds himself in this very precarious position as someone who, on no less than 5 occasions in his political career, took an oath to uphold the Constitution of the Republic. And for him to be found guilty for actually undermining that very supreme law is quite telling, and it doesn't leave a very good legacy. So I think he is a spent force. There's going to be no comebacks. Even this talk of his son wanting to be president, Duduzane, is just a joke. Clearly doesn't understand the processes within the ANC, and thinks that the brand of ANC that he has seen and is familiar with, where you buy T-shirts and handouts and food parcels, he thinks that kind of politics is still going to work in the ANC. And unfortunately, we've moved on. since Nasrec 2017. As for Ace Magashule, I think Ace has made his bed. He needs to lay in it.
Do you think, what does it entail for President Cyril Ramaphosa's future within the ANC, taking into account the criticism against him in the past as being a lame president? Does this make him stronger?
This does strengthen his hand. He made commitments and promises in 2019 during the general elections that he's going to clean up the ANC, that he's going to clean up the country. These are the beginning signs. Everyone has always said, we want to see the big fishers. When are they going to get jail time? Well, it doesn't get any bigger than a former president of the ANC in the form of Jacob Zuma. And I think there is many still to come. It does strengthen his hand going into local government elections. I do also think that it strengthens him because it's quite clear, even though he has been criticized for not having a plan, he is very clear. He's very clearly implementing a plan. And even though the plan is the most basic of things, allow the NPA, the Hawks and the SIU to have the independence, don't interfere. Ensure that you make sure that the SOEs have people of integrity and merit to actually govern them and run them, both from boards as well as CEOs. Begin to bring the private sector closer in terms of public partnerships. We've seen it with SAA. We are going to see it in Eskom. No matter how much noise is being made from the unions and other stakeholders. So there is a plan and it is being executed slowly but surely. And I think that come the next election, Ramaphosa is going to be awarded and afforded that confidence boost by the voters.